week, a lawsuit has been filed against the state's new voter ID law.
The latest suit was filed by two groups who say the law is a blatant attempt to keep minorities out of the voting booth.
Can this law survive a legal challenge? Chip Brewster takes a look.
I've been trying to get my ID for a long time.
Ricky Lewis is one of a dozen individual Wisconsin voters fighting the state's new voter ID law through a lawsuit. He says he's tried for months to get an approved ID to vote, only to find out Ricky Lewis isn't the name on his birth certificate.
I never used Tyrone DeBerry in my life.
Lewis claims Tyrone is his middle name and DeBerry is his mother's maiden name. To get the name Ricky Lewis on paper will require civil action in circuit court.
It's just complicated. You know, I'm just here to try to do what I can.
It is a blatant step toward returning to the days of Jim Crow and second-class citizenship.
Friday morning, Milwaukee's chapters of the NAACP and Voces de la Frontera joined forces with the individuals to sue the state. They say the law puts an undue burden on voters trying to exercise their rights.
And in 2006, the Missouri Supreme Court declared their photo ID law unconstitutional under the right to vote under the Missouri Constitution.
Some state legislators argue a more recent ruling by the federal Supreme Court supports the law.
Legislation very similar to what we've passed was challenged on that basis in the state of Indiana. It went all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, who held that requiring a photo ID for voting is not an undue burden.
State Rep. Jeff Stone has worked on the law for more than a decade. He believes requiring voter IDs will make elections more accessible, fair, and accurate.
It is a change, but I think it's a reasonable one that the vast majority of people in Wisconsin think is going to make for better elections.
The NAACP also said voters who need help getting an ID can contact them for help while they fight the law. Representative Sohn expressed a similar sentiment, saying anyone that runs into a problem with the new law should get a hold of their legislator.
But I know there are a lot of states in the country that do require photo IDs. Why do they think here in Wisconsin it's going to be?
Well, the attorney that was there today was specifically citing Missouri's recent battle in 2006, where they had the same thing, a voter ID law that they challenged, but on that case it was the state Supreme Court that had the ruling, and that's where they found it was unconstitutional.
So they're hoping the courts here in Wisconsin will see it that
Yes,
way.
They're trying to follow that exact same path.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, Chip.
No bike path.